and I'm going to give you a quick rundown about what the 2012 shift is really about. I'm going to make a full documentary about the 2012 shift, the 2012 consciousness shift, what the Mayans called the end of the world, but it was really just the end of the old world, the old consciousness, the old density, and now we're moving into a new frequency, a new way of being. But so anyway, long story short, I'm going to make a longer documentary version of this, a full documentary, but this is just me getting the message out really quick. The name of the consciousness shift is also called, scientifically, the precession of the equinoxes. This is the astrophysics term for the science of consciousness. Now, the precession of the equinoxes basically tells us that every 26,000 years, Earth makes a giant rotation around another star. And when we get very close to this star, or when we get very far away from this star, we either awaken when we're very close to it, or when we're very far away from it, we are very unawakened. As a mass collective, the entire planet, all the humans on planet Earth, awaken when Earth is in a certain XYZ coordinate in space-time. Earth is actually in a binary star system. This means that our star actually rotates around another star. Now, I have some sources from the University of Michigan that I'd like to quote. I'll probably just slap them up there on the screen real quick, or maybe at the end of the video. But basically, the precession of the equinoxes is the 2012 shift. It states that the way that the Earth moves every 26,000 years, there is not only an astronomical and astrophysics phenomena taking place, but a consciousness revolution within every man's heart. Quite literally. It's being pumped full of life force, dude. Just to put it blankly. So I'm gonna show you the best chart that I can find on YouTube or Google to show you what this looks like in space. Every 26,000 years, as humanity awakens, based on our position in space and time, gotta think about the third dimension, gotta think about the fourth and the fifth and the sixth and the seventh dimension, but I won't go that far. Anyway, I'm gonna show you a diagram of what we look like as we rotate in space and as we ascend and descend in space. I'm going to show you many charts. Well, actually just a few charts, because this is the short 2012 documentary. I'm gonna make a longer, more scientific documentary, but this is just to get the point across. So anyway, I'm gonna show you two charts right now. I'm gonna show you one about what the Earth looks like when it's rotating in space in the position of awakening and the position of unconsciousness. And then I'm going to show you a chart called the Yugas. Because this knowledge has been around for a while. These are ancient texts. These really are ancient texts, the Yugas. They've just been suppressed. So I'm here to fucking show you them. I might edit that part out. Or maybe I'll just be myself, and I'll let the information that I share speak for itself. And maybe I won't be afraid to be me. No, you gotta be cookie cutter, professional, and perfect, and hi, welcome to YouTube, I'm perfect, I'm this, I'm that. You know what? I'm a real fucking person, so enjoy the charts that I'm about to show you. And always be yourself. And let me just say really quick that You are an infinite creator. You are an infinite creator, and everything around you is consciousness, everything around you is energy, and you have the power, the limitless infinite creator power, to manifest anything that you can match your frequency to. Also, stay tuned to the end because I'm going to show you, well, I'll just show you these books right now. I'll show you very quick. Show you these books right now. I'll show you very quick. You can pause the screen if you need to. This is not religious at all. This talks about Lord Sananda, Jesus Christ, how he was an ascended master like Buddha. This guy, great book. Talks about our psychic powers like telekinesis and clairvoyance and, you know, everything that has to do with 2012. She cured cancer. It really makes you think about the coronavirus, doesn't it? She cured cancer. It really makes you think about the coronavirus, doesn't it? Yes, there's a cure for the coronavirus. Yes, 8 billion people are being lied to straight to their face. This bitch cured cancer and AIDS. The subconscious mind is mind over matter. Like I just said, you're an infinite creator. You can manifest anything. I won't go there, but think about the fact that she can cure everything with mind over matter, and you can cure any illness with mind over matter. Yet they're putting masks on 8 billion people. Yet they're putting masks on 8 billion people. Yet they're putting masks on 8 billion people. Anyway, I'll keep showing you some books. That one, this is one of the best ones you'll ever read. This one's great. Oh, and if I die, read this book, you'll understand why. It's because the government kills people like me. People who know too much about very intelligent topics. So sit back and enjoy the show. Because 2012 was not the end of the world as the media would like to have you believe in fear. 2012 was actually the beginning of a new world. It was not the end of the world, it's the beginning of a new world of consciousness. Basically, consciousness goes in cycles, and this is science, and I'm going to show you a brief scientific demonstration, a brief scientific diagram of how the astronomical bodies of Earth and our entire solar system revolve in a binary star system. I'm showing you an ancient text, an ancient chart called the Yugas. These two things will help you understand how consciousness, it will help you understand how consciousness goes in a cycle and how humanity awakens scientifically. I am making a very quick document, and so I'm probably won't get all the information out. This is me trying to do things as fast as I can, so bear with me. Trust me, you'll love this video. And you won't find it in schools. Take that, Harvard. It's a shift in consciousness, and I've got all the paperwork, I've got all the research done, so stay tuned for my 2012 documentary. I'm even wearing my Procession of the Equinoxes shirt, Age of Aquarius. It's time to shift from third dimensional consciousness to fifth dimensional consciousness, or higher if you please. But please keep raising your consciousness. Anyway, 2012, the science of this, I presume, is that a photon belt awakens humanity. A photon belt that we pass through every 26,000 years by being in a binary orbit with a... I can edit that out. By being in a binary star system with Sirius A and Sirius B, every 26,000 years, look into Kali Yuga, look into Apara Yuga, look into the Yugas, look into the Yugas. This teaches and talks about how consciousness goes in cycles. We awaken as a collective. Every person on planet Earth awakens and activates their spiritual powers like clairvoyance, telekinesis, telepathy, mind over matter, because the whole universe is mind over matter. The whole universe is consciousness. Everything is energy. So I'm here to teach you the science behind the 2012 shift. So stay tuned, because I will be putting out a full documentary about it soon. It's in the works. Like I said, I've got tons of papers. Here, I'll show you the papers. I even calculated the entire Mayan calendar. That shit took forever. I literally sat here and decoded. The entire Mayan calendar. Like, whoa. But, so yeah, please stay tuned. Please donate if you think that I'm raising consciousness and expanding, just bringing us to a new horizon, because I am, and you're not going to learn this in schools because this is suppressed information. So, namaste, please donate, please subscribe. We are all connected by consciousness, and consciousness is energy. We, as a planet, we all ascend in consciousness. Our consciousness rises and it falls every 26,000 years due to our position in space and time. In the third dimension, and the fourth dimension, and the fifth dimension, but I won't get into that. But basically, everyone on planet Earth, our consciousness rises and falls at the same time every 26,000 years. It's called the Yugas. Right now, we are in Dwapara Yuga, which means the planet is in awakening. The planet is in a time of awakening. And 2012 was not the end of the world, it was the beginning of a new one. The Mayans predicted that 2012 would be the end of the world because ancient civilizations had advanced technology and advanced knowledge that we don't have right now, because, like I just said, consciousness goes in a cycle. We ascend and then we descend. We gain consciousness, information, and then we lose it. So these ancient civilizations had this information, and, you know, the ancient Mayans, they had it. They had the calendar. I just showed you, I calculated the entire calendar. It's somewhere on here. There's part of it. But that's why ancient civilizations, that's why the Mayans predicted the end of the world, but it was misinterpreted purposely. They purposely made it seem fearful. They're not going to teach you. You're not going to find this in schools. You're not going to find this in doctors. You're not going to find this in doctors' offices. You're just not going to find this in the news. It's consciousness. I'm teaching you about consciousness, and that's the most suppressed thing on the planet. But basically, consciousness goes in a cycle. Every person on planet Earth awakens and then goes into unconsciousness. And I will be teaching you the science behind this, and I'll be making a documentary about it. So I'm trying to get a quick intro out, just to give you the quick idea of what 2012 really is. It is consciousness shift. Everybody is waking up, and when you wake up, what happens is your spiritual abilities, they become activated because you're on a higher frequency, which means that there's more energy, there's more chi, there's more prana, there's more life force, whatever you want to call it. The God particle, the God, consciousness, energy. I'll explain more of what this means eventually, and pardon me if I look tired. I've been through hell. I wish I could do my shit up and look nice for videos and be all happy and blah blah blah, but I got shit going on in my life, so you know, like, I meant like I wish I could be more, you know how the girls look on YouTube with all their perfectness, and then there's just me, just whatever, you know, so stay tuned. Keep it real.